Hello and welcome to a vlog all about knitting and spinning and my baby. Yeah, this week I am really on a fresh slate. I just got to finish up my bunny from last week's vlog and yeah, and then I'm going to cast on something new. I'm really not sure what I'm going to cast on yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the home camisole by Kaidri. So that's kind of my plans. I'd really like to get that done in the next like 3 weeks so that I can wear it to a bachelorette coming up. So yeah, we're gonna see. That's really the goal. I don't think I'm gonna get it done this vlog, but at least I'll have it cast on and my thoughts on the pattern, my initial thoughts on the pattern and everything like that. So yeah, I'll get my bunny done. That's what I'm gonna do. And then we'll talk about my Ryusei cowl, Ryusei cowl by Andrea Mowry, because I just don't know what's going on with that anymore. I don't know if I'm gonna continue that project. But we'll talk about what I'm gonna do to repurpose the yarn. And yeah, I'm gonna keep spinning away on my Through Lines scarf spin. So I'm almost halfway. So I will be halfway and then starting my merino braid in this vlog. So that'll be nice. So yeah, stick around and see what I get up to. So I have decided to frog my Ryusei cowl. I don't know. It is really nice. Like, it is really soft too on the neck and everything. And I love the colors, but I honestly feel like I would wear this. I'd more likely wear this without the bobbles. And the issue with frogging it that I've had so far, like I know it's lace and it's another like 2 like alternating strands of the base color. And I did put it in the freezer overnight and it did help. Like the garter stitch areas come apart like so easily. And then you have to separate the 2 strands, which is such a pain in the ass. Sorry, excuse my language, but it is. But then I get to the bobbles, and even with putting it in the freezer overnight, the bobbles are such a pain to like rip out. So like it always rips my mohair. So I'm kind of thinking, what's the point? But I don't want to waste that beautiful, beautiful skein I got. But I don't know. I have to go see if Yarn Indulgences is going to be at any of the festivals I have coming up, because if they are, I'm going to see if they have that color or that like any color similar to that. I don't know. Otherwise, I might just have to get maybe another color in here that matches, like maybe another green, like a nice little teal color or something. And then do like a garter stitch, just random, like I'll do a variation. I'll either do the garter stitch version or I'll do the traveler cowl using the same yarns. And then that way I don't have to worry too much about running out of yarn, because I think I just had just enough to do that cowl. And obviously I'm gonna lose that little bit there, which means I'm gonna lose the Surrey that I used. So that sucks, because Surrey is expensive and it's beautiful and my hair is natural today. I'm not sure. I haven't worn my hair natural since well before I had my daughter. I haven't. And it's funny because I have all these curls, which they look better when I wear my hair natural, like more consistently, but I have all these curls, and then under here I have like straight pieces. I think they call this Irish hair, which is so funny, because my dad's side of the family is Irish. But yeah, I have Irish hair. So I am currently sitting down to cast on the home camisole by Kaidri, who I don't know how to say it. And I'm really excited. I'm going to be casting on with Tin Lina. It's this gorgeous green color. Like, it's so me. It's so me. This is like exactly my bridesmaids dresses, maybe just a little bit darker, a little bit dustier, but it's me. So I just feel like it's the perfect color to like wear under like a kimono, or like my lace, my mohair kimono under like this tank top would be really pretty. I just think it's the perfect color for that, or like any cardigan really. And then it's like the perfect color to like wear out at night. If you go out to dinner, you go out to get some drinks at the bachelorette, or just wear it if we stay at the Airbnb and just hang out there. So whatever the deal is, I think I'm gonna look great with my home camisole. It just seems like a great, I chose that pattern just because it seems like something, like it's stockinette and it's knit top down too, so I can try it on because I am right in between the sizes, which makes me a little bit nervous. And because I am losing my baby weight, so it's like, I just don't know where I'm gonna be in a few months, and I really would like to wear a couple of hand knit tank tops this summer. So, hello dragon. So that just makes me a little bit hesitant. I know I can always rip it out and re-knit it later. Like it's really, especially a tank top, like tank tops usually only take me a couple of weeks to get through, especially since I'm trying to be more like focused on like 1 or 2 projects at a time, like something really, really quick, like the reversible bunny or a pair of socks or a hat, something that's really fast paced and like a really great like travel knit, and then a larger knit, which either could be a sweater, a cardigan, a vest, a tank top, whatever it is. So in this case, I'm gonna be knitting the home camisole, and I'm really excited about it. It seems really simple and easy, top down. I'm hoping that I choose the right size. I'm right in between a medium and a large, or the size 4 and 5. It is size inclusive, so I think there's like 12 sizes. Don't quote me. I will fact check that and write it at the bottom of the screen, so just don't quote me. But I really like this color. I do think it flatters my skin. I love green. So green it is. Tin line held double. I chose tin line over what's the other one called? Line? Just no tin, just Sandisgarn line. I chose to hold this double because one, I originally did purchase this to do the crochet tank top, which is gorgeous. Has like just beautiful, like almost like darts on the bust and the bra shaping. And I might still do that with the other color I bought, powder, as well, which is a really pretty like pale pink, like a beigey pink. I might still crochet that one. I might still do that, but for now I am gonna knit this one because I would really like to have a knitted tank in my wardrobe. That I have other knitted tanks in my wardrobe too, but I just don't know. I haven't worn them in a long time, in like a few summers, and I just don't know. Like I'm at the same size as I was back then, so like I could totally put them on and wear them. I just haven't tried them on in a while, so maybe I will. If this is not done for the bachelorette, then I'll take this with me to knit on when I'm there, because I will bring knitting, because a lot of those girls do knit and crochet. I doubt that'll happen there, but I mean, I don't mind sitting in the corner doing that. I really don't mind. And I know my sister-in-law, she's the one who goes to Rhinebeck with me every year. She's not gonna mind if I do that either, as long as I'm chilling and I'm engaged and whatever. So, so anyway, we're gonna cast this on now. Hello everyone. So baby is sleeping, so I'm talking really low, but here's an update on my home camisole by Kadri. So here it is. The color's looking amazing. I love holding the 2 yarns double, although sometimes I do notice that my needles like poke through and split the yarn sometimes, but that's okay. Not a big deal. So far it's like I knit this up really quickly. I am finally at the place where I can either stop increasing for size medium or keep increasing for size large. My bust size is 38 inches with the bra on that I would wearing the bra that I would for this. It's 37 inches wearing like my sports bra. So I'm kind of thinking, I can't remember what the bust size is for the pattern, but I think I'm a little bit, I think it's 37 For the size medium, it's 37 3/4. So I might just do that size and then add like 4 stitches in the underarm when I join in the round. That's kind of what I'm thinking, because that would give me eight additional stitches in the round for the body. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I'll do that, because it'll still be like 20 stitches around less than the size large. So it's just gonna give me that little bit of extra that I need without being too big. Cause like I don't want it to be so big, cause like I think the next size up is 42 inches, which is 3 inches of ease, which would be great for a sweater, not so much for a tank top, especially like at the widest part of my body. Then it would really be like, if it has 3 inches of ease around my breasts, then it's gonna be like so much around my stomach that like when I bend over or like reach for something in this, you're gonna see everything. Like it's just gonna hang open, you're gonna see everything. I don't really want that. I don't want it to be necessarily fitted, but I don't mind if it is a little bit snug around my breasts. So I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna add the 4 stitches on either side when I join in the round, or just do additional increases and just have a little bit of a deeper. I do have larger arms, like my arms are quite muscular, so I'm kind of thinking if I have, you know, a little bit of a, because if I add the more increases on like the shaping here, it will add a deeper, like more depth underarms. Or if I just cast on 2 stitches in the beginning and end of each panel, that gives me 4 stitches in the underarm without adding additional. So that's just adding ease. It's not gonna add length to this. So there's 2 options there. I can do 2 additional increases, which will just add length to this part of the top, which will make the underarms deeper, which will kind of maybe give me that like muscly, masculine man muscle top kind of look, which is a look sometimes that I like when I'm working out, but not so much when I want to go out in a cute top. So we'll see. I'm gonna, like, the nice thing about this pattern is that it is top down. So I can test it out and see where I'm at and decide what I'm gonna do. But so far I have the first triangle done, and I'm gonna get started on the second one here in a minute. And then, yeah, and then I can do the back pieces tomorrow. We have the photographer coming tomorrow. I've been running around the house like staging it. It's gonna be hectic with a baby and a dog, and my husband can't get time off work. His parents are working. They're retired, but they still work because they like their jobs. They're the rare few people who actually loved their jobs. And my parents are coming over to help, but my parents, like, they'll be just taking the dog and the baby for a walk. Yeah, it's gonna be hectic. So I don't know how much knitting I'm gonna get done. I feel like when the photographer leaves and my parents leave, I'm just gonna like put Lucy in her playpen, turn on the Wiggles or, you know, Ms. Rachel, and sit down and knit and just breathe, because then everything for the house will be done. We did put an offer on a house, like our dream, humble dream home, we call it, in the most amazing community, only 15 minutes north of us. It's actually closer to my husband's work than he is now. And, you know, we're not gonna be far away from family, which we thought we might be with this move. We're gonna be close to family, not too far from here. I can go back to my old job if I want to. Like, it just opens up so many more doors for us than we thought it would, like we thought moving would. So we put in a conditional offer, obviously conditional on the sale of this place. So we have to get this place listed and sold within like 45 days. We put the offer in today. We don't know if they've accepted it or not. They might ask for more money, like for a deposit or whatever, but we'll figure all of that out. We really love this home. We even sent them, like, we wrote them a letter saying like we can actually see ourselves living there. And it's so true. Any other house on the market, we just can't see it. This house, we've seen it, like we've actually physically walked through it twice. We can actually see ourselves day to day being there, living there, raising our children there. So, I don't know. I'm so nervous about it, but like also buzzing. I just love it. I love it. It has a bay window in the front, which like the front living room, which I've always wanted. It has a beautiful cozy basement with like built-in shelves around the TV area and nice washing machines in the basement, nice like little laundry room with a furnace, and has the 4 bedrooms. They're tiny upstairs, but that's fine. Like, we'd rather our children hang out with us in the living room, play board games and be around mom and dad than hide away in their bedrooms anyway. So it's okay to not have big bedrooms, but it does have lots of storage just hidden in unique spaces, which the first time we looked at it, we were like, maybe not for us, because there's not a lot of storage. And that's like our biggest issue with this home. It's just not enough storage. But then we went back again and like started like peeking in closets and like really looking, and like there's hidden storage everywhere, like underneath the stairs, tons, like more storage than we'd ever need. There's 2 sheds out back, like big sheds, one of which is like for your lawnmower, like your outdoor yard work kind of stuff, and then the other one's actually really nice and insulated with a light and a window and everything. It could be like a little workshop someday, maybe, but they are using it for like seasonal like decorations and stuff, like things that are a little bit nicer that you would probably want in your basement, but they don't have room in the basement, so they put them out there in the shed, so like your Christmas tree or stuff like that. So now that we've seen that, we want it so bad. A nice big yard for our dog and our little girl, and out in the country, but it's still like a cute community. Like there's lots of people around. It's a neighborhood right across from a really great school. We're nervous, but like, you know, I know our real estate agent is amazing and he'll take care of us, so we will be fine. But here we are. We've got the first triangle done. I think I figured out what I'm going to do for the sizing situation. It's good to know my bust size, because I don't think I've actually measured my bust size since I've been postpartum, which it's so crazy. Like knitting something more fitted like this is really, really hard for me to wrap my mind around, because I always want to think about like longevity of a piece and like I can wear this for decades, you know. I always think about that when I'm knitting a garment. But our bodies as women change so much. Like my bust will change again when I get pregnant and have another baby, and will change again after. And so, you know, and it's okay to sit a tank top out for a season or 2, so it's not a big deal. I'm gonna knit it to the size I am now, because this is the size I usually am. Maybe a little bit bigger than I normally am, but I don't think it's really gonna affect the size of this too much. So I'm gonna stick with the 38. I might add just those 4 stitches on each side. We'll see. I'm gonna try it on. I'm gonna pin it together and try it on when I get the triangles all done. For the 37 3/4 size medium, and then I'll go in and then I'll decide whether or not I need the extra, because I could add just 2 stitches on either side, add 4 additional stitches to the body to get what I want, right? Because I don't want it to be too big, because then I'll just feel like I'm popping out at everybody, but I want it to be cute and flattering too. I don't want to be too tight that I'm like stretching out all the stitches at the boobs either. You know, so we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to knitting. Hello everyone. So this morning I went to my first ever Spin Guild meeting. It was pretty fun. My Ashford Traveler mahogany stain got lots of attention, was very well loved. So that always, you know, feels good after all that work. So yeah, update on my home camisole. Here we are. We have joined the front, although it's curling on me there. So we've joined the front, and so far this pattern's really, really simple. It's really easy, I think. So what's that gonna be like? Okay, so far, so good. Let's see width-wise. Oh yeah. Yeah, see width-wise, I'm pretty much, and I have some more increases too, so I might actually not even need to add more stitches to the underarm like I said I was going to. I might not even have to do that, although I am going to check my gauge because I haven't checked that in a while, and make sure that like I'm on gauge, because if I'm a little bit off, that might be why I don't really need to add any stitches to the underarms. So yeah, so far it's looking wide enough and feels wide enough, and I think I have a couple more increases to do on the front panel. So yeah, anyway, liking this so far. Yeah, I think I joined it properly. I had to have joined it properly, because if I joined it the other way, yeah, I don't know. I'm just having like doubts, but it's gotta be fine, because yeah, I don't know. I knit, like the one triangle is a mirror of the other triangle, but in the end, they almost look like, they don't look like a mirror of each other. I don't know if I did something wrong here, because I could have. Like the increases were mirrored so that, I don't know, the front's even. It looks fine to me, honestly, although I do feel like it's not right, because they look identical to me. Like I just knit the same piece twice and then put them together. I don't see, you know, because if they're mirrored, when you end with make one right, the other one would begin with a make one left. I might have mixed that up. I might have started, I think I started on the right track and then reverted. No, maybe not actually. Might be okay. Maybe when it gets to the other part, it's, I don't know. I have to look at the pattern again, because maybe I just did it wrong. But it's not like a huge deal. Like there's still the same rate of increasing. It's just the rate, you swap out your increases. Just so it looks, but it looks fine. I could just tell the increases are the same for both of them. So I obviously didn't swap. I must have just, in my knitting, just did the same thing again. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that, but I don't think it's really going to affect, once I have the I-cord edging on, I don't think it's really going to affect the overall aesthetic. I think it's gonna be just fine. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I just don't know how I went wrong, because I did focus on it, like I did pay attention. So I don't know how I went wrong there, but it happens. It's still looking really cute, and I know I'm definitely gonna have it done for the Bachelorette. I might even have both of them done, the pink one done as well for the Bachelorette, because this is knitting up super fast. Even with this crazy busy week I've had, I still have the front panel done. So front panel, I have the front top part done, but like once I get in the round, like once I do the back two triangles and then get joined in the round, this thing is gonna whip up so fast. Like I can even knit this on the bike, so like I'll have this done soon. Like it won't be that long. So anyway, I will catch up with you later. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Baby's napping, so I'm talking really quietly, but thank you all so much for being here. And if you made it this far, please consider giving me a like and a subscribe and joining me on my knitting, crafting, spinning, sewing, embroidery, whatever videos, vlogs that I've been doing. They've been really, really fun. and I plan to keep this up as long as I can. So yeah, I'm glad you've enjoyed this and stuck around. So I'll see you next time. Bye.